Today we're going to talk about troll decks and what they do for the meta. All right, so if you don't know what a troll deck is, well, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty much designed to get laughter out of you or your opponents, or just do something that's extremely gimmicky for laughter effects or getting a very cheap win that probably wouldn't work against most of the meta. All right, so we're going to take a look at two different decks today. One of my favorite cards for troll decks is Mystical Refpanel. So if you don't know what that is, look it up. But if there's a card that targets a player, if there's a card that targets a player, you can actually switch the effect to the other player. So that's actually good with the worst card in the game, which is actually Cold Feet. All right, so right here, well, Trickstar is obviously meta, but the rest of the cards I'm using are not. All right, so what we're going to do here, we're actually going to use Exchange. A lot of people don't use Exchange, also a good troll card. We're going to switch, we're going to switch the ownership there. And so we actually get lucky here. So we're going to give him the Pot of Desires. All right, so Pot of Desires actually does target a player. It doesn't target a card or a field, it targets a player. So now we have Mystical Refpanel down here. I understand that was really complex, but so they had to banish 10 cards to activate the card, but then we benefit from the effect. So that's something that's really, really hard to set up. But if you do, it's super funny and then just gives you a lot. Yeah, it just gives you a huge card advantage. All right, so obviously, Cold Feet, it's pretty. If you combine Cold Feet, you can set Cold Feet down here with Mystical Refpanel. You pretty much have to go first in order to utilize it and hard draw it, which is hard to do. But if you get it, then it pretty much just screws over your opponent. Your opponent can't lay anything in this zone, can't set anything or activate anything. So spells and traps for that turn are just effed. So that's really funny when that happens. So go ahead and give that a try if you want to. All right. So one other card that I really like within troll decks. Obviously, I really like to mill. But I have a couple mill decks already. Well, I like to use Waking the Dragon. Now I don't actually get a victory in this one, but I make the match go for 20 turns because it's just it's just such like a cheap summoning out. So you can just summon really big monsters. One is the Raid Raptor that's unaffected by card effects, and it's a pretty big monster too. So you see here, I know he's playing Blue Eyes, so I know he's probably going to banish some of my cards. So yeah, we're just going to troll those cards. Yeah, it's hard playing Exodia. I think Exodia is kind of a trolly deck. I run Appropriate, kind of a trolly deck there. But yeah, so pretty much we see the banishment is coming eventually. So yeah, we're able to get Raid Raptor up there. So he just doesn't. I have other monsters too. I have the Cardian that has 5,000 attack. Unfortunately, we can't like XYZ summon and do synchro summon, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. All right, so now we have Raid Raptor here, and this is going to troll him. He can't really summon anything that can take out Raid Raptor. It'd be really great if we had one other card to make this thing's attack a lot bigger. But again, this is going to go on for like 20 turns before he finally gets a monster reborn, and that's how he beats me. He ends up getting 20 cards to get to the monster reborn, but there's just nothing you can do with this card. You can't really do anything to Raid Raptor Ultimate Falcon except destroy it by battle, or you can hit it, you can tribute it, or you can do a evenly matched. You can evenly matched it, and that's one of the only things you can really do against it. And those three things, they're kind of hard to achieve. A lot of decks don't run kaijus. Not every deck runs evenly matched, and yeah, there are normally quite a few monsters that can beat it with attack power in a lot of decks, but even then, that can be really hard to do. And because he has like Spirit of White is just an annoying fucking card. Oh, he keeps reviving it, and I can't really set up an Exodia engine. But other than that, it is kind of funny and makes going go for 20 turns. All right, so yeah, we'll do one replay of the mill deck because I really like to mill. Okay, that's not it. Yeah, I really like to mill, and milling is kind of a really trolly deck because it's just not utilized a whole lot. All right, there was one I wanted to show you guys in particular, but I think I forgot to actually save it. So that sucks. We'll just do another one. We'll just do another one of the mills. All right, so again, I don't know if Morphing Jar will get hit. We'll see if it does on the next ban list, but so we actually get really fortunate here. Sometimes it takes a couple turns to get the engine going, but it is what it is. Sometimes when you do gimmicks, you have to make sacrifices to perform those gimmicks. So this is the last troll video I'm showing you. All right, single purchase. Yes, single purchase can be great for getting this engine up and going. All right, so we actually, since it's a graveyard, but we're actually able to revive it. Boom. And that's the great part is if you have shallow grave, you could revive your morphing jar. And actually made a mistake there. I assumed that Ghost Ogre would have its effects negated. It didn't. But it doesn't matter. We can just keep reviving it. Now, if Morphing Jar does get banished, that does make everything worse. He probably could have won, actually, with Designated from the Grave. But he just wasn't very fortunate this time around. All right, we're going to bring back card destruction here. Because card destruction is awesome at milling. And he's just making a desperation play at this point. He can't draw. All right, so that's my video, guys. Hopefully you have some nice troll decks that you have. If you have any that you want to share, go ahead and share the deck profiles. I think you can show them through Pastebin in the comment section. I think so. All right, well, just do your best. Let us know. All right. If you want to subscribe, do all that stuff, I appreciate your view. Love you guys, and have a good one.